Hi guys, it's Michelle, and today's video is going to be yet another pop culture conspiracies video for you guys. I love pop culture. There's honestly so much shit going on right now. A lot of it's kind of dark and scary. We'll start with some like lighthearted stuff. Let's go Ariana Grande x Jim Carrey. This conspiracy theory has been cracking me up for so long, but it is essentially the running conspiracy theory that Ariana Grande and Jim Carrey are having a secret affair. I don't know why people believe this. I guess it's because of some blind items, but there have been a lot of rumors and speculation, innuendo and outuendo about Ariana and Jim Carrey for quite some time. So Ari has been a very long time fan of Jim Carrey. She loves that man. Her email was jimcarreyfan42@aol.com. Like, she's obsessed with him. So would it be surprising if she like hooked up with her celebrity crush? I don't think so. I think given the opportunity she would. And I think given the opportunity he would, because he's a man. Is that, you know? So I remember this rumor starting in early 2020 because people were talking about how Break Up With Your Girlfriend, I'm Bored was allegedly about Jim Carrey, which I thought it was kind of a meme. Like, I think most people think that song's about Big Sean or it's just a song. But a lot of people were speculating that it was about Jim Carrey because of this blind item that came out in February of 2020 saying, quote, "This A-list singer might have been public with a guy this week, but it doesn't mean that she isn't hooking up with former A-plus list, mostly movie comic actor, who used to be the highest paid actor in the world." And again, that's allegedly about Jim Carrey and Ariana Grande. But the reason that this is currently circling is because people think that they're having an affair because obviously publicly Ariana Grande is dating Ethan Slater. But people believe that the two's relationship is just for PR for the Wicked movie. Although I don't think the Wicked movie really needs any PR. But a lot of people think that their relationship is just for the Wicked movie premieres and, you know, just getting hype around the movies itself. But again, I don't think that that's that necessary, but it could be. Crazier things have happened. But people believe that Jim Carrey and Ariana are actually the ones in a relationship on the side, or at least like hooking up, whatever. And it's because of this blind item that says, quote, "This A-list singer / sometimes actress may be embracing her relationship publicly, but she's back to hanging out with the creepy north of the border actor and continuing their relationship." Which, again, allegedly is about Ariana Grande, Ethan Slater, and Jim Carrey. I cannot take this seriously because he's literally the Grinch. Like, what do you mean? But also, it's clear that Ariana definitely admires this man quite a lot. I mean, she legit has an album called Eternal Sunshine, and that's based off Jim Carrey's movie Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. Is it a possibility? I think, yeah. Like, I think given the opportunity, in theory, are you not gonna hook up? You become a celebrity. Are you not gonna hook up with your celebrity crush? Given the opportunity, like, yeah, you are. And again, Jim Carrey's a man, so whether or not you believe those conspiracy theories about Jim Carrey, there's actually other ones that have been swirling around TikTok lately that I found to be kind of interesting. And I've thought about this for kind of some time now because I like Jim Carrey. I do, all right? But he has always been known as kind of a whistleblower for the Illuminati. That's like been a thing. He's talked about the Illuminati in a joking manner. And I think a lot of people take this as, oh, he's trying to expose the Illuminati. I take it as he's kind of making fun of it. That's always been my opinion from like this clip on Jimmy Kimmel.
Is that a gang sign? Have you,
Oh, like you don't know what it is. You don't know what that is.
I have no idea.
Oh, you don't know. Jimmy Fallon doesn't know. David Letterman doesn't know.
We don't know.
All the comics and show business don't know what this is. Right? Yeah.
What is it?
Come on, Jimmy. Seriously, the time is up. People are hip to this kind of stuff. I'm here tonight to blow the lid off it, to be the whistleblower. I'm sick and tired of the secrets and the lies. It is the secret symbol of the Illuminati, and you're a part of it, and it is the all-mocking tongue.
And mostly because Jim Carrey, which I guess people are now starting to point out, is the fact that he surrounds himself with a lot of the Hollywood elites that run in the same circles of the people that he's allegedly calling out. So I don't know if I necessarily believe that he really is a whistleblower for the Illuminati, but I want to hear you guys' thoughts on that. He also said this, which was just strange.
I don't exist. So they're all characters that I've played, including Jim Carrey, including Joel Barish, including any of those things. They're all characters. Jim Carrey was a less intentional character,
Right.
because I thought I was just building something that people would like, but it was a character. I played the guy that was free from concern so that people who watched me would be free from concern.
Personally, I just think Jim Carrey's weird. I don't think anything that he says should be necessarily taken so seriously, but also maybe keep it in mind, you know? Like, don't freak out or panic over it, but keep it in mind. A lot of people are also talking about how his ex-girlfriend, Ariana White, actually committed suicide, and on a note that was found on her iPad 2 years prior to her death, she accused Jim Carrey of giving her STDs and introducing her to drugs, and her current husband at the time of her death tried to sue Jim Carrey multiple times for wrongful death lawsuits. Which is interesting, like, maybe they were just trying to get money, but you wouldn't think that that would be the first thing that you think of when your child is dead. I don't know. I think it's weird. I'm not saying I think Jim Carrey was, like, involved, but I don't know why people see him as, like, this, like, because I will read so many comments about this conspiracy theory of Jim Carrey and Ariana dating, and people will be like, no, Jim Carrey's way better than that. We trust men now? Like, I don't. Like, he's way better than that? Probably fucking not. He's just a boy. Like, of course he's not better than that. Get a grip. Alright, the next couple things that we're going to be talking about have to do with the whole Diddy situation. We're getting updates on all of that. There is a lot going on. So we're going to start with Britney Spears, actually. So this has been a very interesting connection that I think a lot of people are trying to make between Britney Spears and P Diddy. And honestly, there's kind of a lot of connection. So Jaguar Wright is the person who has been whistleblowing this P Diddy situation for years. She's been talking out about it. And she recently spoke out about how allegedly Britney Spears is a trafficking victim of P. Diddy. So, Jaguar Wright claimed that Britney Spears and Christina Aguilera are both trafficking victims of Diddy.
Do you believe that Britney was like to Diddy and
Absolutely. Absolutely. All of those girls, all of those Mickey Mouse girls, including Christina Aguilera, all of them, all of these children have been picked. Part of the reason why they can't tell you is because they were drugged when most of what was happening to them was happening. And what they have left are the memories and the nightmares. Now, they think they're just bad dreams, but they're memories. And because they've been drugged and they've been handled and they've been shrunk to death, they don't know what to believe, but they can feel it. Trauma reappears with every trigger. That's why that movie Blink Twice is so important. That woman had been re-victimized by the same men over and over again and didn't even know it.
I don't really know about the Christina Aguilera conspiracy of it, but let's stick to Britney because there actually is some very odd connection here. And it's through a woman named Lou Taylor. So Lou Taylor, who is that? She's essentially the owner of a company called TriStar Sports and Entertainment Group, and she's basically a business manager for a lot of celebrities that you know, P. Diddy being one of them. Lou Taylor also, allegedly, according to Britney Spears herself, is the one who got Britney Spears into the conservatorship that she's in. She apparently was the one who was really driving home that Britney needed to be in this conservatorship. It was her idea, and she got Britney's parents on board with that. It's also alleged that Lou Taylor stole $600 million from Britney Spears' estate. Lou Taylor has a little sidekick, this girl, Robin Greenhill, who is the service director of Lou Taylor's entertainment group. And she allegedly, and this has been being said way before Diddy, this was in like 2021, that it was alleged that she had put security cameras or was in charge of having security cameras put in to Britney Spears' house to monitor her, which is fucking insane. So Lou Taylor is not just connected to Britney Spears here. She actually, according to a lot of sources, tried to get Courtney Love and Lindsay Lohan into conservatorships as well, which is obviously just very suspicious. We all know Britney Spears' conservatorship was just awful. She had no right to anything, like her own well-being, and conservatorships are typically for people who are senile and literally cannot make decisions for themselves. So keep that in mind, that it's kind of interesting that Lou Taylor wanted these girls to be in conservatorships and be in charge of their money. So a rapper named Lil Rod actually filed a lawsuit against P. Diddy, and he named Robin Greenhill as the woman who pays off women that P. Diddy is trafficking, which is honestly just an insane connection, because what if these stars who, you know, Lou Taylor really wants to put into conservatorships or is trying to advocate them into being in conservatorships are actually just victims of P. Diddy? I think that that's such an interesting thought, and like maybe either victims of P. Diddy or people who tried to speak out against what Diddy was doing. Like imagine Britney Spears gets invited to one of P. Diddy's parties in the early 2000s. She sees what's going on, she's disturbed by it, and she tries to do something about it. She's like, this is fucked up, like what the hell is going on? This is disgusting. And in return, she gets considered to be crazy, she gets put in a conservatorship and taken care of. It's honestly just a little weird, and it's strange that Lou Taylor is connected in this way. I don't like it, and also Justin Bieber recently just fired her, which a lot of people think there's a connection there. And we're going to talk about Justin Bieber's connection to P. Diddy. So recently there has been talk about this conspiracy theory about how P. Diddy tried to get Selena Gomez out of the way. According to sources, Selena Gomez's mother received a phone call from Scooter Braun when he was just signing Justin Bieber and was like, hey, I have this really cute kid. I think that your kid and this kid would make a really cute celebrity couple. And obviously they ended up dating. And we've also seen the connection between P. Diddy and Justin Bieber. P. Diddy really mentored Justin Bieber, and a lot of people wonder and speculate if nefarious situations went down with Justin specifically. But P. Diddy did not like Selena Gomez for Justin Bieber. Like, he was not down for their relationship whatsoever. Diddy even allegedly had a no Selena rule at his freak-off parties, which is just weird because why was that? Did Selena see too much? Because Diddy was very supportive and encouraged him to date Hailey Baldwin, now Hailey Bieber, of course. So it's interesting to me that he was so adamant against Selena Gomez, and it makes you wonder if Selena saw shit going on at these freak-offs or tried to tell Justin that his relationship with Diddy was weird. I don't know, something about it is just really strange, I'll say. Speaking of Justin Bieber and Diddy, people are allegedly saying that Justin Bieber was a victim of P. Diddy. And the person who's saying this is actually Suge Knight, which is interesting. So this is all from a blind item, and it's called The Call. It says, quote, while the news outlets were all busy with election coverage, what should have been a major story quietly broke. A phone call that took place between the incarcerated former gangster executive, aka Suge Knight allegedly, and the long-since reformed gangster who was far more powerful in his heyday, also known as Mike Harry O'Harris. The conversation concerned the now disgraced mogul rapper, P. Diddy, whom Suge used to work closely with. One of the key takeaways from this conversation was, according to what Suge heard firsthand, the A-plus foreign-born singer, Justin Bieber, was drugged, R-worded, and passed around by Diddy. This phone call was broadcast online and is still possible to dig up. So I did do some digging, and I did find some weird phone calls or, like, conversations, interviews that Suge Knight had.
Know that Puffy was Usher. It's not one person that know what's the saddest thing in the world is what they did to Justin Bieber.
What was that?
That's sad. That's for him.
When he was a kid?
I hate to say that. I hate to say that because I really like Justin Bieber. I feel bad for Justin Bieber. And this wouldn't have happened if Justin Bieber came from a wealthy family. Justin Bieber pretty much came from a poor family, but the young man was so talented, and he could have been bigger than Michael Jackson. But the depression of the drugs and the stuff they allowed these grown men to do to this little boy is unhealthy and it's fucked up. No grown men supposed to be getting high and doing drugs and drinking with a kid. I mean, you had grown men would take Justin Bieber. A grown man take Justin Bieber when he was young to a vacation, a romantic vacation, showing pictures on the Instagram with no women, nobody else but a grown, successful man and this little kid. Worst part about it is, everybody said what was done to Usher, and they done to Justin Bieber. And the thing with Usher spent the night and Prima Puppy being in the same bed to do an album, and they never did one song they put out at that time. On top of that, when I met Usher, I came on one time, I'm speaking to the guy because he got good songs. That's out of respect. Like a young black man. This dude rolled his eyes at me. And so there was somebody came over and kind of said, Suge, you know, don't have one of your guys do nothing to him. He a good young man, but him and Puffy got a thing. What you mean a thing? He said, he gave me a look like, you know. And I thought about it. The way he rolled his eyes at me, it wasn't like somebody homie rolled it. It was like I beat up somebody, man. Like I beat his, you know, he the bitch. Like somebody to roll their eyes, like you beat my boyfriend up. I ain't speaking to you.
Really?
It's one of those, right? Yeah, for sure. And the crazy thing about it is like, Leslie, his mother, and everybody else said the same thing. Well, it was wrong, but if we go and get Puffy in trouble behind that, Usher wouldn't be Usher. He'd be known as the guy who got by Puffy, and they didn't want that. They wanted the money. I don't have nothing bad to say about Usher. Usher's talented. He's a good guy, you know, and all that stuff. I mean, you said you just concert with Casey and JoJo and Jodeci. Devontae is one of the greatest producers, greatest guys in the world, those guys. I love all those guys. But they had their run in, they know the truth. Everybody in the industry know what's been going on. Everybody know which one's taking it, which one is not taking it.
And I will say, I just think that something about that is really weird. I don't know, I think it's obvious that a lot of people believe that Justin Bieber was a victim of P. Diddy's crimes because obviously they were so close. He took him under his wing at such a young age. It was weird as hell. And obviously knowing now what everything that Diddy has been involved with, it's kind of concerning, of course. So a lot of people think that Justin Bieber is a victim. And now hearing Suge Knight say, not saying that we should believe him, I believe Suge Knight killed Biggie. But anyway, I still kind of think he's got nothing to lose. Why is he saying that? All right, so something that's happening now, and it's been a very big story, obviously, is that Jay-Z has been named in the P. Diddy lawsuit officially. So in the P. Diddy lawsuit, allegedly a girl is come forward and saying that when she was 13 years old, she was R-worded by Diddy and Jay-Z at the 2000 VMAs. So she remains anonymous and she claims, quote, defendant Sean Combs, along with his longtime friend and collaborator Sean Carter, aka Jay-Z, drugged and R-worded a 13-year-old girl at an after party following the 2000 Video Music Awards. Another female celeb stood by. Many people think could be Beyonce or something. I don't know. I'll say that's alleged. And watched while Combs and Carter took turns assaulting the minor. Many others were present at the after party but did nothing to stop the assault. Combs has been allowed for years to conduct himself in this manner without any consequences. And again, so how she got to this VMA after party is apparently she was 13 years old. She really wanted to go to the actual VMAs and she was watching it on the Jumbotron with all the other fans outside of the VMAs. But it was her idea to try to get into the after party, so she went up to a bunch of limousine drivers and I guess just asked them if they could get her into the after party. And allegedly P. Diddy's limousine driver basically told her that Diddy liked young girls and she fit what Diddy was looking for. And so that's why he decided to take her to the after party. I just think that's kind of insane. When she got to the after party, she was asked to sign a document. She didn't read it, but basically was told that she wasn't allowed to discuss what happened at the party. And then, of course, the events between Sean Combs and Sean Carter went down while she was drugged as well. So, just disturbing as fuck. I cannot believe that this is real. Like, I know, like, actually think about that. It's not just like a, conspiracy or thought. This is happening. They are getting sued for this. Jay-Z has denied the claims and he's claiming it to be blackmail, which I don't, whatever, but I just think clearly Jay-Z, I've been saying for a long time, I think he's involved with this. A lot of people have been saying that as well, and it's getting disturbing, obviously. So speaking of Jay-Z's involvement, a man on TikTok named Ron Smith, who also is known as Uncle Ron, who was allegedly P. Diddy's former bodyguard, came out and basically said that Jay-Z and Diddy were co-conspirators for Biggie's death. And basically at the time, Biggie allegedly wanted to leave Bad Boy Records. He felt like he was getting too famous for Bad Boy and he could do more on his own or at a different label. And this pissed Diddy off, and that's why they killed him, because obviously he made way more on Biggie in death than he did in life. And also if Biggie was planning to leave, that money source would have just gotten cut.
I was offered $30,000 to perform a hit on Biggie Smalls. March 1st of 1997, I was approached by Diddy to perform a hit on one of his artists. Finding out that he wanted all the rights to all his catalogs. I turned him down because I also found out that very night that Biggie had plans of leaving Bad Boy. Biggie should have never been in California to promote an album with a broken fibula bone, who can barely walk, to go to another studio when Diddy has his own studio in New York. Diddy is pure evil. He has a very nasty disposition. He treats everybody like crap. Every single employee he's ever had, he and his mother have looked down on them, belittled them, talked to them like they were the lowest scum on the earth, so he could always have his way.
But what's strange is apparently right after he exposed this information, Uncle Ron passed away of what? Pneumonia. Why is everyone around P. Diddy dying from pneumonia? What is that? That is weird. Kim Porter, Brittany Murphy, that's already too many people. I don't like it. Something about, I don't know. I just, something about this is strange. For sure. All right, the next conspiracy theory I want to talk about is Ashton Kutcher's really strange connection to P. Diddy. So we've talked about before how Ashton Kutcher and P. Diddy are connected. They have been friends for years. But there is a conspiracy theory floating around that this recent photo, this recent paparazzi picture of Ashton Kutcher was actually staged to make him look good. I 100,000% believe this. You can tell this is a fake paparazzi photo for many reasons, but it's literally just a photo of Ashton Kutcher handing a valet a $100 bill to make him look like a nice guy. I believe this so much. Obviously, he's getting roped in with all this Diddy scandal because he was involved with Diddy as a person. And so people question whether or not he could have been involved with all the shit that was going on behind closed doors. And also, he's still facing repercussions for defending Danny Masterson, who was a co-actor on That 70s Show. And it's just a bit disturbing. Danny Masterson was accused of assaulting someone, and both Ashton Kutcher and Mila Kunis actually defended him. What I find to be interesting about this, and specifically about his friendship with Diddy, because Diddy is being accused of human trafficking, sex trafficking. That's literally what this man is being accused of right now. What is Ashton Kutcher's company all about? Literally defending children from being trafficked. Like, that's the whole point of his fucking company. Why the hell? Like, you think it's a coincidence that he's, like, good friends with P Diddy? I don't know. Like, is that company just, like, a weird cover-up to be, like, I actually, it disturbs me, because something about that does not sit right with me. Like, just the fact that he is literally running a company to, you know, expose child trafficking and whatever, and all of that, but then is simultaneously friends with someone who's now been accused of human trafficking children. Insane. Actually insane. Alright, the last conspiracy theory I want to talk about is about Wendy Williams and P Diddy. So Wendy Williams has been trying to expose P Diddy for years, just nobody wanted to listen. So Wendy Williams and P Diddy actually have a long history of feuds between the two of them. Basically, she has accused him of being the reason that she got fired from hosting her Hot 97 show on the radio. She also claimed that Diddy's girl group Total beat her up. Essentially, Wendy Williams has been saying that Diddy was gay in the 90s. Or, like, she's been saying that. And I'm obviously not saying, like, being gay is not equal trafficking, but obviously a lot of Diddy's alleged victims are men. And so I don't know what Wendy Williams was specifically talking about, but whether or not she just knew too much of the freak-offs, or a lot of people think that she was actually just talking about Diddy hooking up with other male rappers like Usher or Jay-Z or whatever. She just always talked about how Diddy was up to something, and I just think the way she talked about him was so interesting, and now knowing everything, it's kind of insane.
Hip-hop being closeted and having a plethora of kids to prove manhood, that, you know, and denial of something that you shouldn't have to deny, which is your sexuality. So I hear what Jamar is saying, but we come from a very homosexual era of hip-hop as well. There was a radio personality once upon a time, her name was Wendy Williams, and she was practically burned at the stake for talking about such. And now it's all come full circle. There were many situations, none of which to talk about, but there were many situations back in the day in my career, and it's all coming full circle now. So
yeah, Wendy Williams has been talking about it for a while, and honestly, I think she's one of those people that was written off as like, oh, she just loves drama, she's this and that, but clearly she kind of had some truth to what she was saying, and she obviously has the inside scoop being on the inside, so I don't know. Anyway, that is it for today's video. If you guys liked it, please give it a big thumbs up. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think of these pop culture conspiracy theories. If there's any other pop culture artists that you want me to talk about in these videos, I'll find conspiracies on them. Let me know. But that is it. Make sure you follow me on Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram. Subscribe for new videos every week, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.